Happy weekend to you all. Today I just want to, you know, talk on something that every Ghanaian want to hear, and is is something that, or is a question that a whole lot of people do ask themselves. Within this week, I did got or hear something of our main airport, which is the Accra International Airport, which was, built, by the late and then the founding father of Ghana. And now they want to change the name from, Accra International Airport to maybe Sajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah Airport or Kwame Nkrumah International Airport. That is what I hear about, and I don't know how true this issue is, and how are you feeling, as a Ghanaian, renaming our main airports, the Accra International Airport, which is in Accra, the capital city of Ghana, to Kwame Nkrumah International Airport. How do you feel? And how is it important, for our airport to, be renamed after the great man? How important it is, for the airport to be renamed, after our hero, one of the greatest, head of state Africa, has ever have, studied for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. So I don't know your thoughts. What do you think about it? Is it in the right direction, for them to change the name from Accra International Airport to Kwame Nkrumah International Airport? And even what are, the benefits? Or is it important? Or what are we going to gain for, renaming the airport after, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah? And I know most of, the heads of state here in Africa, the founding, father, here in Africa, who's struggling for the freedom of their countries. Most of them are, are being renamed, after their main airports. Most of them, because when you go to Kenya, you have, Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. The same as when you go to Zambia, we have Kenneth Kaunda International Airport. When you go into Tanzania, you have Julius Nyerere International Airport. So it's not only here in Ghana that we want to change the name from, Accra International Airport to Kwame Nkrumah International Airport. Because Kwame Nkrumah, he was the one who built the airport. He was the one who built the airport, because the airport used to be, something like it was a small military training ground, something like that, owned by the royal something. So he renovates, it to be an airport, because at first it was a military site, like a military base used by the Royal Air Force, because at that time we were colonized by the British. So the British were using that place as a, as their base, or as their base. So as we got their own independence, Sadifo decided to renovate that place to be an airport. So I think Kwame Nkrumah did a good job to, renovate, that military place to turn into airport. And I don't know why they name it after a person who overthrew the one who built the airport. it really baffled my mind, because someone who built the airport and someone came and overthrown that person, and the name, like, how do you feel for us as Ghanaian using the Accra International Airport, knowing that this man is the one who overthrown our greatest, president, our greatest ever head of state we have ever had. Kotoka, FIFA, and Accra, name them, and the CIA, with the support from the West, overthrown Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. And these people, to me, I don't think we need to celebrate them, but I see them as a traitors. We don't need to celebrate those people who overthrew Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. We see them as a traitors. And after war, they have named a whole airport. The whole airport. Our main airport in the country, which is the Accra International Airport, after someone who did a coup to overthrow our greatest head of state, Africa have ever had. We named the airport after him. So if they want to rename the airport after Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, for me, I think it's a good decision, it's a good call, and wherever Kwame Nkrumah is, he is going to love this, because he was the one who built that airport. He was the one who built that airport. So I think renaming the airport after him is a massive, step forward as a nation. Because as I said, most of the African head of state who led their country for their independence have been naming after their main airports. So I don't know why Ghanaians we were waiting. I don't know why we were waiting. I don't know why we even named the airport after such a bad person like Kutuka. Such a bad person. People are sometimes afraid to say all this, because he is the reason why now this nation is a mess. All the vision that Nkrumah had, because of their selfish interests, because of what, the West wants that they are not getting. They have to, connive, with the West to overthrow Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. And after all, a terrorist like, a traitor like Kotoka being naming after the whole airport built by Kwame Nkrumah, it was a disgrace. It was a disgrace to all Ghanaians. So I think for now, as they want to change the name, or they are about to change the name to Kwame Nkrumah International Airport, I think it's a good call, it's a good idea. So I don't know your thoughts. So let me know your thoughts, in the comment section, whether it's a good initiative or it's a bad initiative. Let me know it, on the comment section. But for me, I think it's a good call for the airport to, be renamed after Kwame Nkrumah, because he is our hero. Kwame Nkrumah is our hero, So naming the airport after him is really massive, and it's something great. And every Ghanaian or every African want to hear that initiative. So because he is the greatest, and he remained the greatest head of state this nation have ever had, or started for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. And what he wanted to do is to make sure Africa will stay united, the unification of Africa, the peace that we want as an African. But a leader like Kotoka, the FIFA, Accra, and the rest connive with the CIA to overthrow Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. So I think renaming the airport after him is a massive. It's really a massive. Today I just want to talk, about the airports that they want to rename it after the rightful owner. It's a good call. It's really a good call. So I don't know your thoughts. I don't know what do you think. So let me know, your thoughts, on the comment section. Because if for me, it's such a person that have been able to overthrow our greatest ever head of state, it means we are in support of coup, or we are in support of those terrorist thing, because he used gun to overthrow Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. So such person, we don't even need to entertain the name. We don't even need to at least to, because maybe it may encourage others to do the same, because Kwame Nkrumah was our first head of state, elected through general election. We did election and we elected him. And someone came in with a gun to overthrow him. And as we do not accept the coup, as we did not accept the behavior from anything like a coup maker, so why should we name a whole airport after someone who did the coup? Why do we have to name the airport after someone who did the coup? See? Or maybe in the history someone will say, yeah, he was running, so he was shot and killed right in the airport or forecourt of the airport. That is why they named him after the airport. This doesn't make sense. This doesn't add up. And so what? They shot and killed him at the forecourt of the airport, so that means we need to name the airport after him. That doesn't make it. Doesn't made up. It doesn't made up. So renaming the airport, to the rightful owner, it's really good initiative. It's really good initiative. Because we don't need to promote such people. Yes, we don't need to promote such people in the country, because if we are promoting a name like such people who did the coup, it means we are encouraging more people to also do the same thing. Because we are encouraging more people to do the same thing. So renaming the airport, because it has even taken too long. It has taken too long. I don't know what they were doing, because it has taken too long. Because he don't deserve to be named after anything in Ghana. The truth is one. Kotoka, maybe he did something when he came to power, but you coming in to overthrow Kwame Nkrumah, you don't need. We don't even need to hear your name again, because you were a traitor to the nation. You are the reason why the nation is like this. It's in a mess. You didn't let the man fulfill what he wanted to do. Because of jealousy, because of selfish interest, you decided to connive, with your friends, with your peers, with the support of the CIA, to overthrow the greatest head of state Africa have ever had. If he is not the greatest, or if he is not one of the greatest, it means he is the greatest. We celebrate him across Africa. We do celebrate him across Africa. When you move from Ghana, where will you hear the name of Kotoka? You won't hear it anywhere.